your desert debutante here. I'm in my house as usual. I figured as you guys tend to see like one viewpoint of my house, and it's also not comfortable for me to stand for long periods of time like that. I'd change things up and sit at my little breakfast nook bar counter thing. Today's video is going to be the 10 things that Saudi has changed about me. I've been in Saudi Arabia now for almost 2 years, and moving anywhere, any big change in your life, there are other ripple effects that continue to happen, and I figured I'd make a video of the things that I noticed that have changed, and I'm sure my friends and family who know me very well will have other things that they realize that have changed. And I figured we'll just jump right in. So, oh, and my list is right here. I wrote it down this time to be a little more organized. See? My map. Which that I probably would not have done before because I would not have cared enough to do so. So number 10 is fashion, how I dress, how I think about clothing. Saudi Arabia has totally changed how I consider my wardrobe, how I buy clothes, what I think about when I'm buying my clothes. I used to buy things that I liked and that I thought I would look good in. Yeah, that's kind of it. Like anything that I thought was cute that might remotely look okay on me. I mean, everybody knows there are different body shapes, and I happen to be more hourglass-ish in my shape, so, or top-heavy, depending upon what the outfit is. So trying to balance out that with everything else. And moving here, where having any shape was already kind of like, we're not supposed to see that. So you have abayas, or I'm lucky enough to work in an environment where I don't have to wear an abaya, but that does not mean I can just, do whatever. So I roll around in like drapey sweaters and my suits, and I am much more concerned with like neckline and décolleté and how much ankle I might show, or if you can see my calf. If you see my calves, and I want to cover my arms. If you can see my arms and my legs are completely covered. And I would think about that on the occasion in the States, but it wasn't an everyday thing. Because of my compound being a mix of Westerners and other people from all over the world, being conservative in how you dress is very important. So even on the weekends, on my off time, I'm still having the same conversations of, wow, this is a really great tank top. I'm gonna wear it with a jean jacket, or I'm gonna wear it with my drapey sweater, even though it's like 115 degrees outside and I'm going to like pour sweat everywhere, which is so gross. Or you just don't go out until after sunset. And so that dressing is definitely changed. And it also means when I go home, I tend to think about what I'm wearing as well. And I have moments now where I will see girls in going to work in like a skirt where I can see like that there's maybe 2 or 3 inches above her knee, and I'm actually uncomfortable. And I never felt that way before, but after being in Saudi, I'm much more aware of it, and so now I am a little more like, maybe she shouldn't be wearing that. I also think more about makeup. People who knew me before know that I lived in lashes. And as soon as I get home, I will be living in lashes again. Please believe that this is just a temporary, I don't love putting on mascara every day. I found fake eyelashes to be the perfect blend of not having to deal with my own everyday and getting up and going. So it was lashes and lip gloss for forever. And being in Saudi, that doesn't exactly cut it. You don't have to wear makeup in Saudi Arabia. Like, let me tell the women who are coming out here for work, you don't have to. Like, you don't. Like, before, you don't have to buy, you have to go to MAC. Like, MAC is here, Sephora is here, Estee Lauder is here, Bourjois is here. Like, everything is here. And if it isn't here, it's on its way. There are plenty of women that wear absolutely nothing. And then there are women that come in every day as though they're getting ready to hit the runway after work. Like a literal runway, not like I'm going out for a, no, like you're walking around in brand new Jimmy Choos, and like your face is beat for the gods, and you're just like, whoa, how does she have time to do all of that? I haven't mastered that, don't have a clue. But that's part of the things that I now recognize in myself, that I can't just do my little, I mean, I do it here, my little lip gloss, and I may do a little bit of eyeshadow, but I am much more aware of the days when I'm not wearing makeup than I would be in the States, where it wouldn't matter as much. And perfume, I think, kind of runs the same vein. I know I've had discussions before about the Mr. Smell Good guy, and the fact that, yes, you can tell that you just missed the bus or something because you can smell the perfume but not see the people. Like, that's how I know that I guess I was a minute or two behind. I am growing into liking other scents. I'm not in love with oud yet, like not in all of its different forms, but there are some perfumes that have oud in it that I actually enjoy. Love that. And if on my next trip home or out of here, there's a place in the duty free that sells food that I have the boxes for because I bought them once and then had them taken away because it was over the liquid limit. Why let me buy something in duty free and then not keep it? So that's my thoughts on how I dress and how I think about fashion. Number 9 is hair. Like, I think completely differently about my hair than I did in the US. My hair was natural. It is natural, obviously. In the States, I wore my hair pressed, flat ironed all the time. I had a blowout. The Dominican girls who lived around the corner from me were like every 2 weeks, like clockwork. Those are my people, blowing my hair out, straightening it out. And then if I wanted to have something fun and different, I'd have it natural, but like in a ponytail or a puff. I started experimenting with the amount of curl and texture in my hair, and right now my hair's got lots of coconut oil in it because it's a little dry today, so I'm trying to put some additional moisture on my hair. But I really love my hair, and I don't know if I would have as much love for my hair in its own natural state like this had I been in the States. You see a lot of people here with all kinds of hair, and you'll see a lot of men. So I see a lot of Saudi guys that have hair texture close to mine, or there are guys that I go out and they have gorgeous afros, like gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And every time I see it, I make a point to say in my fun American English, "I love your afro," which people are like, "Who is that random person and why are you speaking?" But it's, for me, the affirmation of love your hair is how it naturally grows, and if there are guys with their hair out like that, that means hopefully someone at home has also big, lovely, puffy hair, and they like it, rather than trying to spend lots of ridiculous money on chemical products to straighten it to try and be something that, you're not. Like, you're good just as you are, especially since you're covering up and everything else for, your one true love and your family. Hopefully that guy really likes you as you and not you as a altered, edited version of yourself. So leaving the natural hair thing, going on to snacking, sun chips, which are hard to find here, but I do find them in the expat section or the imported section of the grocery store, and I do shop that section. I snack here. I did not snack in the States. I was a much healthier eating, working out, vegetarian, vegan burrito bowl, seaweed salad eating, water bottles with water and lemon all the time kind of person in the US. And I moved to Saudi Arabia, and I started eating meat again, and I ended up in grocery stores where they had all the snacks that I would buy in the States, but I didn't see them because I only shopped at Whole Foods, or maybe on the occasion at Wegmans, and I could avoid the aisles with temptation. And here, every time I go to the grocery store, this is like home. It's a little bit of comfort, and I buy it, and then I eat them. I eat lots of them. It's October, and all the Halloween candy from my childhood is in the grocery store. I have been giving bags of candy to my friends because I am terribly afraid that I will sit at home or at work and just continuously eat Reese's peanut butter cups and Dots and Crackle and candy corn. I like candy corn. And Rolos. Yeah, all those delicious, wonderful candy things that you have that you only see. I've only seen them once, and this is my second Halloween here, and I've only seen these things here once. So I got super excited and bought everything. I do snack a lot here. I don't eat nearly as healthy as I used to. They do have lots of juice bars here. A lot of the juice bars add sugar. Like they add sugar to orange juice. I understand sugar to lemon and water to make lemonade. I get it with limeade. I don't understand when you add sugar to watermelon juice or anything else. And when I first moved here, I thought the fruits were better quality, so that's why everything's sweeter. And then I realized that they're just dumping sugar inside of it to make it taste better. That's not okay. So I snack more, and because of that, I have now started working out more, which I never would have done in the States. So that's been my balance, trying to keep myself somewhat fit. And many of you know that I refer to working out as happy hour because that's what I do when I'm stressed out at work. When I have time, I go to the gym, I work out, and I feel better. Speaking of work, my confidence in what I do, like the work that I produce, the kinds of crazy events that I'm able to come up with, that has skyrocketed here. All of the expats that are brought in, or all that I have met, I'll put it that way, because you never know, stuff happens. People are really talented here, like really, really talented. There is a reason why you are being recruited from your home country to work somewhere else, to be the best you can be. And then, if you're in the position that I'm in, you're expected to continue to be the best and grow. And there's all sorts of things here, all sorts of tools, all sorts of beliefs, because they want the best out of everything. So in giving your best and doing your best, you have to grow. It's really unique when you're in a space where everyone's really good at what they do, and they're all really inspired, or they're all really into whatever their job is. If this person is the head of security, they are thinking about ways to make things more secure all the time. I think about events and dinner parties and food and planning and decor all the time. I met amazing teachers, which is where that teacher video came from, because I have met some teachers who are kind of in it just to be like, hey, it's a paycheck. But I've met many, many, many more teachers who are like, this is my profession. I've met women who are so talented that they probably could be in administration, but they're not because that's not where their heart is. They are pouring 100% of themselves into their classrooms, and it's inspiring. Like when you're around a group of people that are all doing the best that they are, they're doing the best work that they can produce. I am inspired to do the best that I can. And it pushes me, and then in turn I push them, and it's phenomenal. Like I cannot wait to share all the results and crazy ideas when I go to different conferences throughout the rest of the year. Yeah, and in the US, I don't know if I would have had that, because I would have been surrounded by people in all different strata with their job, their work, their life, and I might not be as inspired as I am now. Saudi has changed my opinions on work-life balance. I work a lot. I travel a lot. I have people over at my house for dinner often. I am constantly trying to go out and keep my social calendar full. Sometimes I triple book myself, and when I do, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to only show up for 10 minutes and then go away, but I say yes to just a lot of stuff. My idea of work-life balance in Saudi Arabia has completely changed, and it's because of the emphasis on family in Saudi Arabia. Above everything else, Saudi has taught me that family is everything when people actually put everything into their families. I have met amazing women who pour into their households. I've met fantastic men who love being a dad first. Like dad, then their profession, then a brother and a son and whatever. And it's such a beautiful thing to see. And it's nice to be in a culture that values, oh, your kid has, there's a play going on at the high school, and I know that your kid has a starring role. You totally need to be there. Like, is there anything I can do to help make sure that you get out of the office on time on, I don't know, Thursday, so you can see your kid perform? That would not happen in the US, or it might happen in a few companies. And maybe I'm lucky that I'm in one of those few companies. But here, people really do, like, they put a lot of emphasis on family and kids and family time. And, you know, if you need to be somewhere because you've got kids, or better yet, I know people who are aware because we're expats, and there are other expats who are here, but their family's not. I know that you don't have meetings with Peter on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock because that's when he Skypes his family because they're getting ready to wake up and he talks to his wife and